Hello everyone and welcome to another royal reading. Gorgeous Saturday afternoon here in our heat wave, but it's breaking later tonight hopefully, and so we're enjoying it while we can. And I have a hot topic to discuss today, hot off the press, well, hot off Lady C's YouTube channel. It's a topic that has been rumoured and whispered about for quite a while now, quite a few months. It's been on my to-do list, a topic to read on, my infamous to-do list that grows and grows and again, then gets scratched out and new questions. But it's been there, it's been in the back of my mind. And now today, Lady C in her latest YouTube channel has been talking about the rumoured friendship, let's say, burgeoning friendship between Meghan Markle and the 89-year-old billionaire philanthropist Gordon Getty. And I'm using the New Chapter Tarot for this reading because it could spell a new chapter in Meghan's life. We'll find out. I'm going to do a Celtic cross. I'm going to do a Celtic cross from Meghan's point of view. Lady C claims, and this is all one of these allegedlys, Lady C claims that the family is concerned, the Getty family is concerned that Meghan is getting very close to Gordon Getty. He's a very generous man. They're not concerned that she's angling after a wedding ring. They're concerned that she's playing the pity card, allegedly, spending time at the Beverly Hills Hotel, crying on his shoulder, I'm so afraid, I'm frightened, my husband killed 25 members of the Taliban and now they're after me and I'm not safe at home and I need a new mansion and a private jet and whatever else. That's the rumour, that's the allegation. I'm being a little bit snarky. It is, of course, all rumour, all speculation. Let's remind you, this is a tarot reading for entertainment purposes, or just my opinion or speculation. I read on the royals because they're archetypal. We can learn from archetypes. And there is a disclaimer in the box below. Please read it. Please form your own opinions about this topic and about all other topics that I read on this channel. But I'm going to do a Celtic cross. I'm going to repurpose it. I'm going to find out why Lady C, what Lady C was up to with revealing this concern from the family that Gordon Getty might open his checkbook and write a large check to Meghan Markle. Why has she sprung this news? What's Meghan after? What's the nature of their relationship? What's going on? How does Harry feel about all of this? How does the Getty family feel about this? And what's going to be happening ultimately? So, Celtic cross, a repurposed Celtic cross with the New Chapter Tarot, all for fun, or just energy and intuition. And there's the Celtic cross. And I don't know what sign he is, our Gordon, but we've got a King of Pentacles as the underlying energy. That is a very wealthy man. There's the underlying energy. It tells me that we are in fact on the money. Quite literally with this reading, we're dealing with a benefactor, a very, very, very wealthy benefactor. Allegedly, Meghan goes to the Beverly Hills Hotel and hires conference rooms to make it look like she's there for business reasons, according to this rumor, allegedly, but actually going to cry on the old fellas, the old King of Discs shoulders and say, oh, I'm so poor and the royal family's cut us off and they're so mean and the Taliban's after me, help. That's the story. We're reading on it for entertainment purposes. Let's have a look at Meghan's point of view in this reading. We've got two kings out here. The King of Wands is the guy that the damsel in distress would most hope for in life. The King of Wands is a very dramatic fellow, fiery, charismatic. I'll rescue you. He's the one who would be off dramatically to the rescue, rescuing that Leo woman. So drama here, very theatrical. It's being presented in a very dramatic way. I need to be rescued. This is, of course, the feminist that we're talking about, who is going and crying on somebody's shoulder and wanting money from him. And it sickens me to my stomach. I don't know about how you were raised, but I was raised by my mother always to have my own money, always to earn my own keep. and I have lived my life according to that rule, and it has been a very healthy rule, and I'm very grateful for her for making me learn that lesson very young. There's our King of Wands. So there's the damsel in distress, and there's the rescuer. Two very, very strong male energies coming out here. Older energy because it's kings, wise, mature, wealthy, influential. So what is in her way of whatever it is that she wants to achieve? What's blocking her? What's the problem apart from Lady C? The Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups, that's interesting. That's the block, that's the obstacle, that's what's crossing her in what she wants. He could be a sort of feeling a bit miserable. He could be looking back instead of looking forwards. He could be almost stuck in his own narrative. And it's to shift the thing forward, because the Eight of Cups is about moving energy forward, about saying, all right, we're going to let go of the past, and we're going to let go of things that hurt us when we think about them, things we loved, we had to let go. We're going to walk away. So she's got some work to do to shift the focus to this is the current problem, and you need to focus on the current problem and not keep stuck in the past. That's how I'm reading this. I don't know the precise circumstances, whether he's recently bereaved or something like that. That maybe he's a bit la-la in that sense, and it's okay. We need to just focus now. Focus on me, focus on the 25 Taliban that Harry killed and so foolishly talked about in his book, and that now are after me. Neil Sean said that she's even thinking of fleeing to South Africa. Things must be bad if Meghan is thinking of fleeing to South Africa. I think he was being sarcastic. But anyway, so it is, get that ship moving. Come on, move the ship, blowing. You can always feel her blowing wind into those sails to get momentum into this situation. Why has Lady C been talking about this today? I'm stirring. What is going on? What is going on? This is the undercurrent of this reading. What is the intention? Is it firing a warning shot? We know what you're up to. What's going on? The sun, it's illumination. That's what's going on. Yeah, it is literally saying, we know your game. We see it. We're aware of it. And bringing attention to it. That's what the sun is about in this situation. The sun is all about shining a light on something, clarifying it, illuminating it, putting a spotlight on something. Literally, that's what the sun is doing. So yes, drawing attention to it. So far, it's been a rumor. Lady C has basically come out today and confirmed the rumor that Meghan has allegedly been hanging out with Gordon Getty for whatever reason, whether they're just very dear friends or whatever reason, but the light is now on it. And when you shine a light on something and there is darkness around, the darkness tends to scuttle away and run for cover. That's the intention, that's the hidden energy, in my opinion. Tarot reading. What is Meghan's goal? Getting back to Meghan, what does Meghan want out of this situation? Her goal, her focus. Six of Cups. That's interesting. She's trying to connect at some emotional level with him. She's connecting. It's not a ka-ching card. It's not a money card. But of course, what do we have sitting underneath all of the cards? So it's not a very literal, this is my bank account, this is the SWIFT code or whatever. It's more emotional than that. She's trying to connect with him about family in the past. Very clever. Our girl's an operator. When it comes to connecting with men and wrapping them around her finger, she has got it all figured out. And that's why we got the Eight of Cups here. Because actually, she's playing on something. She's playing on something in his past. And but she's got a bit stuck there. It's quite funny, actually. So whatever is going on, whatever they're connecting over, reminiscing, all of that kind of stuff, and allegedly she did the same thing with Charles. She connected with him about opera and the cello and architecture and art and all that stuff until Camilla said, "Oi, move on. You're not coming here and having tea parties with Charles all by himself. Not going to happen." Allegedly. All rumours. These are all rumours. But she's an operator, allegedly. And that Six of Cups is telling me that that's how she's trying to connect with him. How have things been going so far with Meghan and Gordon Getty? Allegedly. So many allegedlys. Two of Wands, yeah. She's working on it. It's a partnership. There are plans. She's planning. This is a plan. This is a partnership. She has brought a new player into the fold, and I don't mean a player in the sexual sense. I mean a player in a team member. Brought a new one on board. They shed team members, the Harkles, pretty quickly. Goes through people at quite a rate. Meghan in particular, Harry not far behind. But this is a new project, a new plan, a new business venture. Two of Wands. Not a romantic thing. It's a business venture. She certainly, when she moved to Montecito, moved back to America, she knew what she was doing because she landed in the land of plenty in terms of billionaires. Harry, of course, had that meeting with, what's that woman? Wallenberg. I think that's her surname. Also a billionaire. Many people suspect, and I have read on it, was the one that parted with a large sum of money into Archewell when they set up that foundation. So the pickings were slim in the UK as far as Meghan Markle was concerned, but out in America, endless opportunities for a girl who's an operator, for a girl who is a bit of a grifter, in my opinion. How's it going to be going in the near future? Is a family going to intervene? Is something going to derail this burgeoning, blossoming friendship? Or is it going to go from strength to strength? It started off Two of Wands. Where is it heading? Ooh, ouch. Six of Swords. That's a terrible card. I don't like to look at it. I'm sorry for what a horrible card it is for sensitive souls out there, me being one of them. But the Six of Swords is moving on from difficulty. I'm not sure who's moving on from difficulty. We might have to clarify it, whether it's the King of Pentacles getting himself out of danger with the assistance of family members who are concerned, allegedly, according to what Lady C had to say on her YouTube channel, or whether it's Meghan being rescued and being sent forward to somewhere else, away from Montecito. We've already had mudslides, and of course high risk there now, because everybody knows her address. Even in Afghanistan, they know her address. Somebody is putting distance between themselves and their troubles. We will have to clarify that card depending on the outcome of this reading. How does Harry feel about this? Does he know? How does he feel? Is he in on it? Think this is a fine idea? Four of Cups. Four of Cups. I think he'd rather she didn't. It's turning an offer down. Perhaps an offer has already been made, and Harry is a bit uncomfortable with it. Four of Cups always got a weird energy for me. It's a weird energy to pin down because it is a card about weird energy. Indifference, apathy, turning something down, being lazy, being just sort of idle and not really engaged in something. So either he's in his cups and he's completely unaware of what's going on, could be with the Four of Cups, or he's like, I don't really think that this makes me uncomfortable. If a cup is offered, because the Four of Cups usually you see a cup being offered, if a cup is offered here, maybe just don't take it. Bit awkward. He must have some scruples left Maybe when it comes to accepting giant sums of money from billionaires, even he might realize it's inappropriate for someone who comes from one of the wealthiest families in the world to be accepting charity from Gordon Getty. Bit of a energy. How does the Getty family feel about this? Lady C has had her say on it. What do they think? King of Cups, they think he's being exploited and manipulated. And he's very generous and he's very compassionate and very kind, allegedly, and will be only too willing to help. Always a welcome ear for a damsel in distress. We have 3 kings in this reading, and they're interesting ones because we have the King of Discs, that's the billionaire, as the underlying energy. It's all about that billionaire. We've got him showing up as a focus of this reading, the heart of this reading, as the King of Wands. That's the guy who will dramatically rescue you. And now we've got the family saying, oh, he's the King of Cups. He's very emotional, sympathetic, kind, generous. He will fall for a sob story, that King of Cups, and help. We've got a lot of cups in this reading. Not usual energy for Meghan in particular, but we have cups. Harry is saying, awkward, uncomfortable, it's a bit ick. The family is worried that he is just going to pour that cup out for her because he is kind and generous and feels sorry for her. She spins a story of she's vulnerable and at risk, and her children are at risk. There's that 6 of Cups. It's also about children very much. Children are at risk, and help. I need a safe place, who knows where. We might ask, hopes and fears. What's Meghan's hopes and fears? Getting back to her in this reading. Ace of Swords, she's worried that somebody's going to come along and interfere with this, like Lady C just has. Because the Ace of Swords is about clarity and truth and insight and intelligence. And when it's in the reverse, somebody cutting, somebody stopping something, stopping an energy that is a bit dodgy, a bit, when swords are in the reverse, there's always some nefariousness going on, something a little bit untoward, shall we say. She's worried that someone's going to interrupt this burgeoning relationship and stop it in its tracks. So let's see how she's going to do. This card, I need to clarify if this card doesn't give me a clear answer. How's she going to get on with her goal? Is she going to be interrupted, or is it going to be catching? Well, we've got a 5 of Discs in reverse. That's not a very encouraging card. The 5 of Discs upright is poverty, sickness, exile, ruin. It's in reverse. So we're going to have to clarify, because it can either mean it's not going to go well and she's going to get nothing, or she's going to get a tiny amount of money that might just float her boat a little bit. This is not a big outcome though. So I want to know who's moving away from their sorrows in this reading. What's the 6 of Swords about? Please tell me. What's the 6 of Swords about? Who is putting this all behind them and sailing away, moving on? Who is escaping from this situation, more or less? Who is traveling overseas? 6 of Swords. Who is traveling overseas? Just clarify for me, please. As I'm shuffling, it's more and more like it's Meghan who's going to be, but let's see. What do the cards tell us? Queen of Cups. It looks like she's going to get some momentum going with the 6 of Swords. And it could be that, here we've got a match, that she does manage to manipulate the situation. And it's an international travel card that the Harkles could literally relocate with that card, or she could. I mean, she's running out of places to go, really. Who would have her? New Zealand. Where would she go? So we have got a Queen of Cups here, very emotional, going somewhere as her next step with this Gordon Getty fellow. And her outcome is coming back in from the cold. Can it be back to Canada or back to the UK? Funded by, I'm not seeing big money. I'm not seeing huge sums of money, but I'm seeing some assistance in terms of going overseas, stopping an exile, turning an exile around. That's what the Five of Discs in reverse is about. It's about coming back in from the cold. So somewhere it's telling me really that our Queen of Cups has managed, because we've got a female energy here, our Queen of Cups has managed somehow to use this association to move, but it's moving to somewhere she's already been. That's how I'm reading it. Can you give us a card to tell us what the Five of Discs in reverse means? Where is this somewhere she's already been that she needs to flee to now as a safe haven and live in the lap of luxury? Rest assured, I'm not getting lap of luxury here. I'm getting running away from trouble. So where is this Five of Pentacles that she's already been and she's going back to? She's been banished from, she's left, she's going back to. Where is it? Interesting. Has allegedly been hiding out, and we got another travel card with the Three of Wands. A Three of Wands is normally somebody standing on a shore waiting for ships. It's a waiting card. It is a travel card. Wands are hot. Wands are fire. Wands really are Africa. And jokes aside, that was a throwaway comment that Neil Sean made a while ago. It was in my reading list. They haven't been banished from Africa, of course not. And I find it hard to imagine that Meghan Markle would suddenly think it was a good idea to move to Africa, even though there are some spots where I live, well, not exactly where I live, but around, that are pretty fancy if you want to live that kind of a life. She's moving somewhere. She's moving somewhere. She's moving somewhere warm. I don't get that this is going back to the UK. I don't get this is going back to Canada. It could be down under. She's going somewhere. She's going somewhere. Very weird energy in this reading. Truly weird. It's not what I expected to see. I'm going to have to dig around and try and clarify all of this. But it looks like she's going to get enough to float her boat and send her off wherever she wants to go. I'm sure it's not to Mexico. To Dad? No. But it's all a bit vague over here of where she's heading. Bit vague, but she's heading somewhere. That's for sure. Thanks for watching. That's the reading. I'm going to get on with the next one now.